Hi everyone, and welcome back here to my channel, here to my energies of ascension, right? Of consciousness expansion, and of course we're the kind of ground crew, the Galactic Warriors, Indigo Warriors, contract 3, right? Helping with the liberation of this planet, just helping yeah, with the whole like ascension, liberation, being free from those negative aliens with their negative alien agenda. So like I said, this is a huge big operation going on here, and so many things transpiring. So again, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is kind of my zone. This is kind of how I operate. So, through my soul signature, energy signature, like I said. And, we're the ones, where the second coming of Christ is through our heart, and we're the ones co creating the new earth, right? There's pretty much nothing outside of us. We just have to learn and first heal, and we have to learn how to deal with those outside circumstances and people and their holograms and their structures, right? But we're responsible for our hologram, for our emotions, our feelings and emotions, our thoughts, our deeds and actions, right? Because now what goes around comes around. Everything moves in a circular motion, the energy, right? We're implementing the Galactic Codex, the law of one, and the law of cause and effect. Everything is, guys, 13 principles of natural law. So remember, we are sound, light, frequency, vibration. And here we're the volunteer souls. We already came like as ascended, right, with our anti-particle chakras, particle chakras merged together, compared to angelic humans, or humanity. They start activating their portals, right, of ascension. So cleansing, clearing, purification, energy hygiene, listening to solfeggio tones, because you are sound, light, frequency, right? Everything has its frequency, the light spectrum, right? And unfortunately, the cabal, the negative ones, they understand all that, and they're using highly advanced technology, right? The based in mathematics. So let's say this is our original divine blueprint, right? 12 strands of DNA. This is how the consciousness kind of travels through these dimensions. 1, 2, 3. This is the ego kind of matrix, right? 4, right? There's a lots of those Anunnaki invasion. There's our heart chakra, and remember in military with all these Zeta SEALs, those guys, were not allowed to feel their heart and not allowed to follow their intuition, right? And it's extremely painful, like all these implantations, all these alien implants. So this is, people talk about the 5D. Those are usually the energy of the Pleiadians, right? And of course, we talk about the 7 star sisters. That's your 7th chakra. That's the planetary logos and so on. And 6 dimensions, those are Syrians. Okay, some of us indigo warriors, we already came with our 6 strands of DNA being activated, right? And then we have the galactic core. So this is your soul level. Okay, this is your monadic level. So this, you already entering anti-particle chakras, the Orion here constellation. We had liberation of the Orion, right? The 3 main stars, Alnilam, Alnitaka, Mintaka. And then the 9th dimension, they say Andromeda, right? The Andromedans, because the secret societies, now you name it, Cabal, right? And all this Luciferian and the satanic nature, all the teachings of the ascended masters of Solar Rishi, right, was infiltrated through these 9 dimensions. What is the Andromeda? Your 9th chakra, which is your occipital lobe at the back of the neck, where Atlas, right, where the skull meets the neck. And then of course we talk about the avatar, right? Christic mind, Buddha, Buddhic mind, and this is your diamond avatar, self. This is your this is your original blueprint of the divine angelic being. So we're helping with all these resurrection, recalibration, turning everything right side up, because the negative ones, they took away the 8 dimension and the 12 dimension, right? And see, this is what you see in their AI, in their technology. It's all running, this is running metronome reversal, so there's no connection. We're in frequency fence, right? The galactic core, we're severed from galactic core, and of course severed from that 12th chakra, right? So they were running the base 10 reversals or base 11 reversals, right? and they infiltrated the entire infrastructure, the earth, the solar system, right, with this kind of hologram, right, and wreaking havoc then, and all this indoctrination, and like, this is the matrix, 3D matrix, ego, personality, right? Very important to understand. Let me see, do I have the ascension mechanics? Oh, here we go. Ascension mechanics, right? Very important, guys, to understand. All these dimensions, right? And here we come here in incarnated. We come from those highly evolved souls, advanced souls. We come from extreme cosmic energies, right? Plasma ray frequencies, all coming here online, here in this earthly kind of plane, and helping humanity with their soul connection. I am helping my soul group or monadic group with their Galactic project, helping them or heal from those black operations, right? Those dark projects, military covered operations, those who they joined the terroristic organizations, and they were wreaking havoc in the Middle East. So that's 7, 8, and 9 dimension. And because they were making dark avatars out of them, to be the Christos Templars, the Christ avatars, right? With Christ mind or Buddha mind, and that's your avatar self, diamond sun avatar self. This is your true divine nature, right? And so in the military and so on, they were doing all these overlays for the star seeds, right? Those who join military, MC, under MIC, under DARPA. And so all these overlays, the alien implants, right? And those guys now, they found themselves in the electrostatic bodies, right? With the Merkaba totally tilted, like they tilted the axis of the earth, right? 23.5 degrees. But now we are correcting everything. And see all the chakras, it's shattered, it's scattered. They are electrostatic bodies, the black box programming, this whole mind control, jar heads, all these implants, even their genitals, black goo around, right? I mean, they're blood tainted, and remember the platonic solids also were infiltrated, and holes and tears in their aura energy field, right? So all these possessions happening, right? Let me see, some of them, they're all on drugs, addiction, and horrible things, right, happening. And crucifixion implants, right? Their crown chakra totally burned, okay, and implant in their 9D. So anyway, so all these horrible things happening in their aura energy field. So they're running reversals. So when we talk reversals, so their the neurons and their nervous system, right, central nervous system, everything impaired, running reversals, even the sexual energies, all running reversals, sodomy, black magic, right? So those guys, special operations, or these anarchists, or the whole men in black, or they have the gear from DARPA that actually it's all running these reversals within the whatever all these skeletonics, robotics, whatever those guys, they put on their uniform, right? And so their energy field is running reversals, and those guys, they are actually like I said, in phantom matrix, they're in virtual reality, so computer simulation, okay? And we talk about the red trident, right? This is where everything's come from. That's the CIA production, under the umbrella of DARPA, right? So, the power elite, right? They have military bases, whether it's the moon, right? Of course, Earth. But we're correcting everything. They're, of course, blocking us from sun, from all these chemtrails. They have other technology. They can do that. And, of course, we have infiltration. They have off-world civilization. They're doing sex, all these human galactic trades, right? I think this is Mars, Saturn, and Pluto. Pluto is already 10 dimension, right? So you can study the entire structure of the trident. Ascension Glossary, Lisa Renish is an expert on it, and so that's why I constantly talk about the 12D shielding, right? Very important. You need to be committed now to Christ, right? And start doing the inner work, rehabilitation work, meditation work, okay? We have some spiritual centering here, psycho-emotional centering, guys. Just focus on that positive. Stay in your heart, in your center. The inner core, the 0 point, God matrix, divine neutrality. Okay, very important. So all the qualities of whether it's the unconditional love, compassion, honesty, right? Virtues, morals, ethics, this all now, you can resurrect it from within you, meditating, turning within, choosing light divine, right? Be part of the Ashtar Galactic domain under the law of one, right? We are implementing the Galactic Codex, right? The new Earth jurisdiction, like everything is happening for your recalibration to become the true spiritual warrior, right? The Cosmic Christos avatar. So again, this is the 12D shielding, helps you protect from all these silent weapons, all these attacks. Of course, the inner war still, even recently I also was attacked, but we have to protect ourselves, we have to choose peace, right? And so that's the 12D shielding, working with the platinum light that's connected to Andromeda, that is hosting Ascension, right? Star of David, right? Put the armor of God. So you can either read Bible, Bhagavad Gita, whatever resonates with you, okay? But we are turning everything right side up. All the symbology was reversed and perverted, right? In the whole messianic symbols, they were actually stealing the knowledge from the solar rishis, right? And reversing through that alien AI technology based on mathematics, running all these reversals. So we know how they operate and who is doing it, right? And what this is all about. So it's time, for the great invocation. I wrote it last time, right? Let light and love and power restore the planet on Earth. So it's all happening within our hearts, right? So make sure you guys, you're vibrating high. It's all about frequency vibration. That's going, whether you're a dark hat or a black hat or what is it, whether you're just some kind of worker or you're some celebrity. It doesn't matter whether you have Rolex, a watch, or driving cars, or you're living somewhere simply. You just have a little home house, or you had just got a yurt. It's all about frequency vibration, right? Because we need to free ourselves from their so-called, all this malevolent, AI, alien technology races, right? With their kind of symbology, right? That they're reversing it, they're laughing at the they're mocking the solar Christos lineages and the solar Rishi. They're like stealing our DNA. They're stealing our DNA technology. That they're copying everything, right? The negative ones, they're replicating everything, and then they're calling us cattle or trash. Well, the first place, why are you invading my space, and why are you stealing my DNA, right? And talking to the Seeker empire with all these abductions, right? The royalty here, the Seeker empire, right? And so that's the elite is serving these guys, right? The black magician, the black magic grid. So they are pretty much carrying agenda of those negative aliens, right? And those who read the energies, you can see the politicians, high-ranking military officers, and they're either possessed, right, or who is really ruling, who is above, right? Like the World Economic Forum, right? The Bilderberg, the Octagon group, the Davos group, the Black Rock and all this stuff, and who really who was controlling the White House, the Pentagon, some of these guys, those are the laggards from Mars with their artificial Merkaba. It's all about tuning in. Or so the black magicians, they have the dark fleet. I mean, and unfortunately I am healing the bloodline because I'm part of the elite, with the psychic abilities. And so they already, as babies, right, they put these children into this project like Mannequin or Oak Tree in Britain, right? Oh, you're a psychic kid, and so you're joining military. So see, they already, because they have a technology, it can survey your DNA from space, okay? They have satellites and spaceships and all this kind of stuff. So that's why yoga, to me, yoga, meditation, the inner work, protection, being in your heart, japa mantra meditation, listening to solfeggio tones. For me, it was, this is my drill, spiritual drill, and I'm holding the frequency, the vibration, for my soul group veterans. right? With their with a horrible PTSD, or their black goo, right, around them, running reversal. So helping them with their ascension, at least partial ascension, with their recalibration, connection to their inner self, inner Christ, connection to their divine essence, guys, because everything was done to us or projected, that's who we are not. And even though some of us more of that maybe Draco kind of lineages, reptilian lineages, or Andromeda, some of us are more the Pleiadian, the Icturians, the Syrians. We're like a melting pot of all these races, of all this DNA, just like here America, right? People coming from all over the globe, and it's time to now reconnect within our hearts, right? And even resurrect the Constitution of 17.7, and the law of one, right? And the energy of freedom, right? Because we are here to pursue our happiness and freedom and liberty, and enjoy our lives, and knowing our passion and sharing that with others. And here we go, we have all these corporations, right? Paying bills and taxes, but we have this free energy, we have levitating cars, there are spaceships, right? And all this classified information needs to be declassified, and and start facing the truth, like the footages from WikiLeaks, right? Julian Assange. I mean, this all needs to be corrected. This all needs to be rectified, and that's why I have the Galactic project, right? From the Ashtar Command, for the DARPA, for the Power Elite, for the Super Soldiers, or for the Marines, right? My soul group, even on that monadic level, right? The 7, 8, 9 dimension. And start doing all these healing, right? So we're connecting to the New Earth Ascension grid. That's the unconditional love. That's the infinite eternal consciousness. Okay, it's non-dual, so it's the Trinity structure, right? Base 12 mathematics. Okay, so those crystal lotuses running in our DNA. So we are going through all this recalibration, upgrades, and from carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA, and we need to free ourselves from that dead energy, right? The fragmented kind of finite consciousness, right? With all this fragmentation and mind control and pollution and contamination and devastation, running reversals and all this duality, being negatively polarized, the Metatronic reversals, right? The daisy of death, guys. So that's kind of exiting that through the inner work, through quantum manifestation, right? Protection, listening to solfeggio tones, 8 steps of yoga, like working with energies, good food, superfood, right? Fasting, okay? Japa mantra meditation, so you can finally reconnect with your true nature, who you truly are, right? And that's your birthright, so claim your power back, resurrect all your energies, command your space. And the the Galactic Codex, you have the right to be free, to be ascended, to meet your soul family, star family, right, with their highly advanced technology for healing, for prosperity, for creating this new earth. You have the right to also to know the galactic cosmic history. So very important to me. The research is very important as well, but the integration, going deep within, and kind of deep within, and having those inner awakening, this inner standing of who we are, what this is all about, why we are here on this planet, right? And how can then we come together, those who are of the same soul group, right, together in unity, in peace and harmony and balance, and create this galactic cosmic society while the earth is ascending as well, right? So the ascension, guys, so like I said, our body is getting less and less dense. I mean, those who are kind of following the diet and who are doing this healing work, meditational work, because we had the shift in the magnetic field, right? And we have the plasma ray frequencies, the photons are coming coming online. We're being inundated by these gamma ray frequencies, whether from Andromeda, from the core of the universe, from cosmos, right? So of course people have ascension symptoms, so be compassionate with yourself, forgiveness, invoking the violet flame. I'm a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Very important, guys. Loving yourself unconditionally, taking care of yourself, be spiritually selfish. This is the way to go, and just living very simply, just very simple. Don't be too much. I mean, I'm not saying what to do, not to do, but I just very thankful, grateful, right? Walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion, very important. And just thoroughly simplify your life, right? And just enrich yourself through that Christos self, through that inner Christos, through your crystalline heart. There's a sacred space within your heart. There's an altar you can go each and every day and pray and meditate and ask for help, right? It's all about raising the frequency vibration, and the help is here. Like, for example, I had my keys are kind of not working for my car, or one is kind of shattering. And then the locksmith, there's a car that is parked next to this kind of house that it's funny, like instant manifestation, or I'm being attacked. I go to a store and there is this so for removal makeup was something for remove. I don't do makeup, nothing, but shine radiantly, or it's just, I'm receiving the messages everywhere, guys, and like the little tea tree oil. Oh my god, you guys, I didn't know that you're carrying tea tree oil. I mean, to me it's like an instant manifestation right here in this physical plane, because I've been kind of arguing or complaining, like I don't have anybody in a physical plane to really talk to, right? And I just have my little salary, or like money, like cash that I'm receiving, like tips, right? The work that I do, and I just have to find peace with my situation. Like, to me, everybody else, you just have to be content, right? It's part of also the 8 steps of yoga, guys, the contentment, right? We talk about ethics, morals, virtues here, yoga, Ayurveda. I mean, this is my lifestyle, right? So here you are the ethics for your versus the social behavior. Okay, so we talk about the non-violence, right? And the truth and honesty, and what is it, the control, sexual energy, start controlling. That's another thing, freeing yourself from that matrix and that sex misery machine, those guys in the military. I mean, that's total abomination, all this rape and all these crazy recruitments, horrible dress from those black magicians, all going to divine justice, right? And so and we are practicing, what is it, the non-stealing. You have your God, this is the God sovereign free boundaries, guys. So make sure you have that protection, but also your boundaries, right? So and instead of being in these vampiristic relationships, right? Because the negative aliens, they're parasiting off of us, right? They need our DNA, they need our sexual energy. We're like batteries for them. And like I said, those guys in the military, they're just carrying their agendas, and some of them, they don't even know what they're doing. And then of course in the 3D world, people see, right, all these horrible people blowing up villages or shooting at school, and not recognizing that those kids that are from foster cares, and they have implants, and they were mind controlled through the 3-letter agencies, or they have technology from DARPA, negative aliens. So very important to understand all these mechanics of ascension, the exopolitics, the agenda of those negative aliens, right? And then start reading your energies through doing the inner work, the ascension work, right? And of course, non-attachment. I am in this world, but not out of it, right? Know yourself and be free. I mean, Yahshua has been saying it for thousands of years. This is nothing under the sun. People are so attached to other people, to things, to places, right? To homes, houses, and all this insurance, and right, mortgages, paying all this. It's so vampiristic. It's so toxic. It totally, to me, it was draining my energy. So I have my just little room here, and like with my room, I'm talking about UFO and all this healing and all this raising frequency vibration. I'm telling you, Now people are meeting, you know, their folks, right? We're like meeting each other, whether through website or videos and so on. So it's things are happening, but of course we're still going through lots of testing times, right? And of course the negative ones, they are raging too. I mean, you know, it's like because they have huge big ego, like people have ego, right? You think the cabal, the elite, the high-ranking military officers, right? You know, the ego needs to go. Man minus ego equals God, right? And that's what Satya Sai Baba was saying, Mahatavar Babaji. So, you know, the inner struggle, the jihad, right, needs to be resolved from within you. Nobody can really do that for you, okay? It's just your responsibility. Everything's accounted for. And then we have the ethical principles of personal behavior, contentment, guys. Just kind of be happy, right? Be thankful, grateful where you are, being in a state of appreciation, right? Thank you so much, you know, thankful, grateful, very important, right? So that brings you to your inner peace. Peace that passes all understanding. Know that I am God. God is within you. The Guru is within you. Om Shri Guru Vyo Namaha. Okay, and so purifying the energy hygiene, purify yourself on all 4 levels, on emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical, right? So the Epsom salt and you know, the superfood and distilled water and Ayurveda diet, and then of course breath work, right? That's how you cleanse your aura, your energy field, and being on the sun and chanting, right? And just kind of expressing your truth with loving kindness and dancing and doing some drumming and sacred fires, like a sacred ceremonies, right? I mean, those 4 elements, very important, like the water, the sun, right? The heat, let me see, the air, breathing the air, and of course we are the ether, the dodecahedron. If that platonic solids, they were messing up with that sacred geometry of platonic solids as well, those negative aliens, right? The cabal and so on, serving the agenda. And of course self-study, guys, astrology, astronomy, I mean numerology, self-study, self-discipline, right? Very important. Start you know, controlling yourself. If you have triggers or impulses, right? Ooh, you have to step back, you know, pause for a little bit, take a deep breath, mindful walking, right? You just bring your awareness. You are the awareness, you know, you are consciousness, right? And this is the existence. You are the existence. You are the consciousness. You are all that is, and it is what it is. And this is the universal law, the law of one, or the law of Ra, right? So start being aware of, you know, who you truly are, not some kind of, you know, the mind going on, the 3D ego mind on automatic pilot, and people don't even know how to stop, right? And you know, I see the young generation, or you know, people drinking, smoking, vaping, you know, on drugs, medication, right? They don't know how to also control their sexual energies, or watching porn, right? So you know, you're in a matrix, and you have all these addictions that you need to work on. Otherwise, you know, they're siphoning energy from you, they're draining you, but you have your diamond sun DNA. So activate your crystalline DNA, right? Start doing meditation, levitation, start doing the inner work, very important. And well, surrender to, you know, to source, to who you truly are. It's not like surrendering to enemies, or, you know, it's just like sometimes you have to let go, let God. I mean, you know, I have the solar Rishi here and so on, Satya Sai Baba, you know, surrendering to cosmic heart, the Father, Mother, God, right? Here we have the mindful living, guys. I surround myself with these kind of pictures. So like every day I get my activations, right? And just working on a project, you know, working on sacred geometry, like, you know, Merkaba and so on, guys. Just surrounding yourself with these kind of, you know, I print it out, you know, just, I don't even have a computer, but you know, if you have a printer, and just surround yourself. I have my candles going on, I have my incense going, incense, actually I'm saging, okay? So it's just, this is my altar, this is my ashram, little ashram, my temple, and I want to have a yoga center, meditation center, Zen gardens, right? So I'm already preparing myself for all that. I'm already manifesting in this kind of miniature kind of way, right? I have my filters for water, and I have a book for meditation, and you know, working on the project, introducing that to who those who are interested, right? And you know, who have the passion to live their true authentic lives, guys, because it's really time. But today also I just wanted to share that I had this activation. It was regarding the Stargate dimension 10, and that's the 10D inner Stargate, Basra, Iraq, but it was actually the Baghdad, Iraq. So today I woke up, it was actually before even going to deep meditation or deep sleep, right? So this was the Stargate D12 and portal Baghdad, Iraq. We had a teacher, he was a Kurd, and here in Florida, it's Iraq and Iran. I remember he was teaching us geometry. I'm like, yes, we say that same thing in my original language, So it is Iran and Iraq. He just some Iraq. Anyway, so it was so funny. But anyway, so we have the resurrection of these stargates there in the Middle East because it's so important for ascension. Like we have the portals, energy vortexes within our bodies, aura, energy field, morphogenic field. The same thing, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. That's why those wars in the Middle East, right? They were supposed to pull out back in 2012. And not till 2021. Do you see how they even reverse the numbers? They got ultimatum in 2012, and the negative ones, right? From the Galactic, from the Ashtar Command, the High Command, from the Andromeda Council, High Council, that's even from the Orion, okay? And, that's why, we have the project for them, and it is what it is, And so doing the inner work and just kind of, doing the work that we are here doing. It's the implementing the Galactic Codex, the Law of One. Guys, this is all now running through this system, the infrastructure, through our system, through our energy, through the meridians, and also, the meridians of the Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and the stargates are being recalibrated, they're being corrected, they're being activated. So like I said, for me is the 10D Mother Ark Stargate Baghdad, and just kind of wanting to let you know that both Basra and Baghdad, they're a location of Iraq's ancient history of authentic Essene infused Christian communities from the lineage of the 10 Essene tribe that was ravaged and decimated for thousands of years by the ongoing invasion agendas of unrelenting fear, along with intermittent episodes of horrifying war of violence and genocidal massacres. The more recent sieges made against Iraq and in Iran's history were through forced Islamification and attacks against those indigenous groups with past cultural memories. And of course, like, there's a nuclear war in Iran. It's all being set up. The cabal is doing that, is carrying agenda of those negative aliens, right? Even like you have beautiful people in China, right? It doesn't mean the Chinese and so on. No, we're talking about the cabal. We're talking about the chimera group, right? The spider beings wreaking havoc, right? In Asia, and then of course they are hand in hand with DARPA in the United States. This is the United States corporation with the original constitution being suspended. So very important to understand that, right? So all this, the federal law, the federal government, it's all all this corporation, it's owned by the mafia, by the black nobility mafia monarchy, right? So start understanding that. And here, guys, the Baghdad, that's the capital of Iraq, of course, with ancient Persian roots, right? So I'm very much always connected to Persia, to Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda. So we are resurrecting all that because, anyway, the Baghdad means bestowed by God, and it's the location of the 10D Mother Ark Gate, which means the Sirius B. I came through the Sirius B portal. I know that. We're the Indigo Warriors, Contract 3. And those are the Kantarian Melchizedek teachers, okay, the Law of One. That's what we're all about, cosmic orders, bring it online. Everything went way out there, like the chaos and this atrocities, the abomination, these criminal activities is unfathomable, right? So we are here and we're helping people to educate, or these Melchizedek Kantarian teachers are here to help educate and uplift the population, okay? But it was back then in ancient times. The ancient Baghdad was once a booming intellectual center of advanced learning with exceptional libraries where many people from other countries traveled in. It feels like sometimes like the Prague, the capital of that was the Czech monarchy or Moravian monarchy, where all these People from whether Eastern Europe, Eastern, Western Europe were gathering, and they were educating themselves. We also had libraries of the sacred teachings of the ascended masters, of the Great Bright Brotherhood, of the Solar Rishi consciousness. The same thing, ancient Baghdad was this kind of place, okay? And people came to study with a range of master teachers, and they were experts in various topics such as philosophy. I was always into philosophy, not much into science, but I love the quantum science, because we already see the sacred geometry way up there from extremely high dimensions, and it's good where people can kind of explain it, kind of in this more physical plane, like the visible spectrum of it, because we understand the invisible spectrum. I'm very good, either cosmic energies, and here I'm very good with the Mother Earth, Mother Nature. That's why I'm good with food and cooking and yoga, Ayurveda. So there were topics: philosophy, science, astrology, right? I was also very much into know my astrology, my numerology, what is my horoscope. I used to be all about it, and once you get to a certain position, state, you transcend that, and you and God, or you and your Holy Spirit, or inner Christ, you're so intertwined, right? You're the beloved, that's the mystica. That's the direct path to God. That's what mystica actually means. It's nothing like mysterious. No, it's just you have this deep connection, devotion, dedication to the divine, right? You're on a path of bhakti yoga, but first you have to kind of realize all that, and you're on a path of self-rediscovery, right? You need to have all these experiences, and that's the path of Raja Yoga, right? Don't believe anything outside of yourself, especially this, government, find that for yourself. And luckily I was born in those communist countries, right? This communist party and KGB, so I was even programmed not to believe, trust the government, right? And and we didn't have any military. We were actually we knew these guys, they are programmed, and they were drafted for a couple of years, but it was kind of this kind of Russia I don't know, paradigm hologram there. It was I don't know, it's just, that's my kind of upbringing. Anyway, so also mathematics, okay? So the mother arc gates, or arc of covenant gates, were installed on the planet to go into the aurora time continuum with the Cantarians. So aurora is the Andromeda, right? And we're connecting the stargates directly into the Andromeda matrix, the original spiritual home of Yahshua Melchizedek. Here, not the Bible, right? Even Alex Collier, he was the contactee for Andromeda, right? The Bible was not written by God, but by man, and to me it was by the archons, right? There's all this Satanism, actually, all this sacred, they had to sacrifice, the father has to sacrifice his son, and all this, charcoal. I mean, I'm sorry, I cannot open the Bible. Okay, so he's called the Yahshua Melchizedek, or the diamond son J. We call it Joshua J12, Christos lineages on the planet. No, so you have it just right here, and of course we have the 10D override pillar gate in Kashmir. So here, Himalaya, I think I already mentioned, like I was watching some of the documentaries, right, in Himalaya. I have just usually connection to here Kashmir, to the Solar Rishis, the Himalaya, and so on. So guys, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I have all these, again, activations going on, happening. Maybe next time we'll do some japa mantra meditation, just going deep within, getting the aura, the energy going, flowing. Yeah, today is Monday, so happy Monday. For me, it's always Monday, Tuesday. I have free days off. I have days off, but I hope you're staying safe there. The energies are extremely intense and very intense. So stay within your heart, keep it simple, love yourself, take care of yourself, stay in the energies of forgiveness and of compassionate witnessing, and because that's the way to go. So I'll talk to you next time. Many blessings and namaste.